News first tonight. She may have won her case at the Civil Service Commission and at the Superior Court, but former Port Authority employee Francis Arriola will not be able to return to work just yet. Judge James Canto says he will not make a move on enforcing her reinstatement until an appeal at the Supreme Court level is finalized. We spoke with Port Attorney Mike Phillips about it. Attorneys litigating the case were back in court today in the case of Francis Arriola, who was fired from the Port Authority along with 6 others back in December of 2012. Arriola was the first of the 7 employees to win her case in Superior Court after she won on appeal at the Civil Service Commission. But because Port Authority attorney Mike Phillips is appealing the Superior Court's decision at the Supreme Court, the question of whether or not Arriola could immediately return to work or receive back pay was brought up. While Arriola's attorney, Daniel Summerfleck, disagreed with an automatic stay on Arriola's reinstatement and awarding of back pay and attorney's fees, he acknowledged that it appears to be controlling law. Phillips, meanwhile, argued that no action should be taken until all appeals have been exhausted.
And so our argument was, when you read, all the laws together, it really would be awkward to be, for example, if an employee prevails at the commission level, to then pay them their back salary, but then when they lose at the trial court level here, they owe that money back, and then if they go to the Supreme Court, they might get it back.
In court, Phillips likened it to a game of baseball. Just because one team is leading at the 6th inning does not mean they've already won the game. However, Attorney Summerfleck believes that the right to award at least attorney's fees belongs to the Civil Service Commission, whether the employee loses in Superior Court or the Supreme Court.
Attorney Summerfleck, to his credit, he cited one provision that he believes is controlling, that says that everything is state. And I think when you read both sides together, it makes it pretty clear. And so I don't think there was much for the judge to consider today, other than to say, in essence, the employer will not return. There's no attorney's fees, no back pay, and we'll see what the Supreme Court does.
So the employee herself may not be reinstated back into work, but the position itself is not being filled at this time.
Absolutely, yeah. We can't we can't fill the position until the employee's appellate rights are extinguished. And
Arriola was one of 7 employees who were fired from the Port Authority for allegedly participating in fraud by falsifying workers' compensation documents for Bernadette Stern-Meno, who was the marketing manager for the Port Authority of Guam. Another employee, Jose Guevara, also won his case in Superior Court. He's still waiting for his evidentiary hearing on back pay, which has been scheduled for August 14th at 9 a.m.